Advent of Code Day 9, only a minute out. Gonna be a good one. And unless this is one of those real brain scratches that's gonna take a bunch of hours, I feel like I got enough energy to, at minimum, visualize Day 8 with the graphs and stuff. Maybe animate it partially, a single stage of it, but not the whole shebang. Unless I'm getting really inspired, but time will tell. Those who don't know, Advent of Code is a yearly December long challenge in which there are 50 problems released in 2 stages every day at midnight Eastern. You can solve them in any language you wish, given an input, a problem, and a sample, and you just gotta put the right answer in the box. Run the script. Here we got new input. Let's grab our example. Well, okay. The answers of the 114 apparently, but is this my input? For example, okay, this is my example. Okay, blah 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 blah. Yeah, I like the ASCII diagram. It's cool. Okay, let's start understanding this then. Start by making a new sequence from the difference at each step of the history. So 0 and 3 is 3, 3 and 6 is 3. So each one of these is 3, right? Nope, 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 nope. Oh no, wait a minute. The first sequence of differences will be 3, 3, 3. Sequence has one fewer values. Considers two numbers since the blah blah blah. Values differ by what? Okay, yeah, so I transform it from this to this to this. We love that. Oh, so I keep transforming until I get zeros. Okay. Add new 0 to the end of your thing. So, okay, so that's my extrapolation formula. Finally, the second requires an additional sequence. Wait, how am I engineering the new number? Okay, it's the difference between these. You're adding one here. Okay, why do I have to do... There's a difference here. Okay, I need to actually be able to identify this. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 0, 2, 8. Okay. Plus 4, 9, plus 6. Okay, I need to understand that process for I can search stuff, but I don't like not understanding that. To extrapolate, add a new 0 at the end of your list. Filling in the placeholders from the bottom up, A needs to be the result of increasing 3 by 0. Result of increasing 15 by 3. Value below it. Okay, okay, okay. I'm starting to see it. So 45 plus 15. 60. It's not. 45 plus 23. Hmm. Okay. Okay, that's why they're visualizing it like this. 0. So 2. 45 plus 23 is 68. 15 plus 8 is 23. 6 plus 2 is 8. 2 plus 0 is 2. This is very painful because I'm not seeing how I'm going to present this. So okay, do the numbers, differences, differences, differences until they're all 0. Again, at least I need to have the right data structure here. This is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. 0, 1, 2, 3. Which means 0, 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 plus 0. Okay, it's a lot of off by one math. I'm just gonna start it then, I suppose. Okay. For const line of data that trim. Already not liking this one, if you couldn't tell. const row equals line dot split spaces dot map number. Oh, not that kind of map. Okay, it's gonna be while. Well, it's gonna be rows. It's going to be the first row. Congratulations. So while rows at -1 dot every, or dot sum rather, so it's there, reduce b a plus b 0 not equals 0. Basically, while you still got stuff in there, we need to calculate the differences. Next row equals, then here we go, for let I equals 0, I listen rows const last row equals rows at -1 explicit last row dot length I plus plus basically be next row dot push last row I. So the difference is, how do we do this? So it's 3 and 0, so it's I plus 1 minus last row I. Make sure not to go all the way. -1, there we go. Push next row, so at the minimum, we should have rows for each of them. Let's see if we have that. TS, no, TSX. There's my watch flag. Yeah, it's not working, but visually, let's do the one we care about. Okay, that is working. Now we need to do extrapolate from rows. All to rows. Rows, the number, array. And this is the fun part. So add new call to rows, and let's just for the sake of getting things working. Come on, give me visual. I'm gonna steal these examples. Paste them. Great. So I have to call assert deep strict equal, calling this on this will equal the next general. Okay, save, give me an auto format. So this should turn into specifically 1830 183 0, and I will not write the rest of the cases because I need to get this one passing first. Beautifully, it's not working yet. Okay, so this is where my logic starts to work, but we want to start from 4. Let I equal rows dot length -1 plus I greater than or equals 0, I minus console log rows I. Make sure that is doing as expected. That's infinite. Going the wrong way with my for loop. There we go. Okay, let's see if that's doing correct. Where's my log? 0, 3. Good. Okay, I like this lineup too. This actually helps. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 equals, well, the first one's 0. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one is, so the thing is, it's backwards in my head now. Read the sentence. A needs to be the result of increasing 3 by 0. Increasing this by this. So add to current previous. Okay. So const, well, let's get the row. We have the row. Const A needs to result of increasing current equals row to at minus 1. Cost change equals rows. This is the previous row, which is I minus 1, because previous is back up, which means we are starting I at this, so that way we can say rows at minus 1, it's real, that push 0, that's the rule. So what we're going to do is say row dot push current plus change. Okay, everyone, be cool. Be cool, it's a real number. It's a real number. Be cool, I said. Oh, row. There we go. Okay, and now we return rows. Now, if we're lucky, that's just going to work. Yeah, we're not that lucky. Yeah, we're not that lucky. Row at minus 1. My index must have been off. -2. Okay, not working as expected. It's debug time. But that's a big. Come on, get in there. Okay. Current row, current and change. So I need to look at. Current is 3, change is 3. Whoops. Rows I minus 1. And it should be the same vertical at minus 1. There we go. Let's peek there. At minus 1. Is it +1? Did I go the wrong way? Aha, okay, I went the wrong way. Great, so that is working now. We have a big failure failing. Now I get the other two test cases in. Awesome, awesome. Drop the console. And we do kiss hissing time. Let's see if I can trim this at all. Cursor there, cursor there. Give me this prefix at minimum. Cursor there, cursor there. Call it. This is my contents. Jump to the other one. Parenthesis, parenthesis. To equal, reopen those sides one, add it. Now I have to go and manually add the remaining column. 28710. 28710. 2 more cases. 6823 68 23 8. There's another 2. And a 0. One more case. Did I just misalign them? Oh, I duplicated it. Oh, thank goodness. I put them in the wrong place. Yeah, old, new, old, new. Did I at least put this one correct? Okay, I did do that one right. Run it, and it's good. Okay, what does this do with this? Find the next value for each history in this example and add them together. You get 114. Gotcha. Okay, so this is find the last of the first of the rows. Rows zeroed at -1. Total plus equal this number here. It's a real number, don't worry. Let total equals 0. Return total. Big number. I feel like I could have went faster without all the validation, but this is going to make it part 2. Even more history, except for like backwards. Until blah blah blah. Is it the same logic, just backwards? Okay, I only have one example. Show me. Which one was it? For the one with the 45. Okay, okay. Wait, is it forwards and backwards? Hold on. Show me example. Show me example. 30, 45. Nope, we're just going the other way this time. Okay, great. So, let's solve 2 logic down here. Reverse. So, ba, 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 ba. Wrong one. Ba, ba. Drop that. I believe the 0 does stay, because now we just say 2 minus 2. What's the next one? 5 and 5. Great. Visually, it looks horrible in my thing, but shall suffice. Time to remake our cool new function. Reverse. No, just reverse. Okay, so we always add the 0, but instead of going to the end, we just 0 index. Is that right? And instead of push, what is it? Unshift. Okay, insert at the start. Okay, we see if that works. Add new calls to row reverse is not defined. Why isn't it? Because I don't know how to spell. Okay, that's not working. So expected 15. So the negatives, okay, I have to reread the thing. Fill in the first value. Blah, 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 blah. Add a 0 to the beginning and fill in the new first value for each previous session. Okay. So 2 plus 0 is 2. 0 plus what is negative 2? I just have to set through this. That's the only way to understand. Okay, so current and change. That's the logic that I have to understand. Okay, so current is 0. So what rows do we have? Show me all the rows. Show me all the rows. 10, 13, 16, 30, 45, 3, 3, 5, 9, 0, 2, 2, 2, 2. Okay, I understand that. So the first one I'm pushing is a 2. That is correct. Next one we're pushing is a 2. Do I have to invert these numbers? Like changing current is current and change now? Because current is 0. And I'm changing it by 2. Do I invert it with a negative, or do I swap them around? Swapping them around is literally not going to do anything. Hit it with a negative on the negative change. Don't know what it's looking for. That's what it's looking for. Awesome. Don't have any other examples. Gonna copy part 1 for part 2, or solve 1 for solve 2. I'm just gonna call rows reverse. Okay, what is the sum of these extrapolated values? So it's previous, so instead of at 1, it's index 0. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Get rid. So happy with it. I'm just gonna run the thing. I feel like it's wrong, but the timeout's gonna be worth it. Ooh! Okay, that was worth going for. I think this might be one of my best yet. Oh. This is, well, at least it's one of my lowest, what is it, deltas, but yeah, it's an easier one for a Friday. Maybe they'll crank it up over the weekend then. Thinking of improvements. Understanding that logic right there. Could have done that quicker. The entire parsing thing, I took a long time reading it to understand what it was asking of me, which maybe did help because I had very few errors, but then I had to take a bit and understand the math and where it went to and from. So yeah, I mean, in hindsight, it wouldn't really change too much, to be honest. maybe the one who went through all these cases would have taken the first and just went lucky on it. Yeah, that would have saved me a bit. But yeah, this is good for me. Let's get this example into here. Okay, doing this for the above results. To do it for the above example. Cool. I'll use the same one from before. And just say it produces 2. Look at that, it does. Okay, with that, we shall be committing. Oh, come on, okay. And then when we come back from the break, optimizing. And then when we come back from the second break, doing some visualizing. Ba-da-ba-da. There we go. Okay, with that, catch you on the other side. And with that, we are back. Well, throw with that transition. But yeah, it's time to optimize this one, and I believe this one is actually on my list of to be visualized. But I'm just realizing I never actually looked at the input. I'm glad I never looked at the input. This looks horrible. Ah, absolutely gross. Hey, hello to you too, Examba. Hope your day's been going well so far. Came back just the right time. We just finished up and are ready to go for our optimization. Wasn't too crazy, just had to basically write and then rewrite this little function that you were to first calculate the differences of previous rows. That was the easy part. The tricky part was to do this adding bit, which essentially extrapolated the next value. And that took a good amount of time trying to analyze, be like, okay, what do they actually want? And here they explain it pretty well. A needs to be the result of increasing 3 by 0. So you have 3, which is the last number on this row, and you add to it the last number on the last row. Yeah, actually, it was an easier one, I'd say. Just had one thing to get right. Probably doesn't even need to be efficient, to be honest. I don't even know. I don't think I came with an efficient way. I did it all logically. So yeah, I believe today was one of the easier ones. I mean, leaderboard is pretty telling of which is that. So yeah, 13 minutes. Of, isn't there another one? Okay, that's actually not that helpful. That's not helpful. I mean, yeah, just looking at the timings, like yesterday's took about the same amount of time for the same amount of people. But for part two, almost double time. And for part one, half as much time for double the amount of people. So, yeah, this one wasn't easy, I believe, comparatively. And part two was just, oh, you did that? Do it the other way. So, tiny little tweak. Could have gone faster, but I was not confident in any of this, so I properly did some test driven development here. Hence, it took a little longer, but happy with it. Now, all we gotta do is optimize, which is mostly just drawing it all out because there's not much computationally I can do better with this off the top of my head. So first we got these two cool little functions. Determines which side of the array we are adding our new values to. The beginning or the end, and whether it's negative or positive. Just going to be swapped into one function for sure. Function, and they call it extrapolate new values. What do they call it? Extrapolate next new column. Nope. Bada boom, bada bing. And then this is going to be direction, which I'm going to say is either, they call it history because it's supposed to be time-based data. So do we say past or future? Wait, third history. I'm going to say direction or, yeah, future or past. There we go. Okay, now that's essentially, it's all these. And the only difference is what index we grab it at. So let's say goodbye to that one. So this is going to be at 0 or -1. So const call index direction equals future. So if you're looking at the future, it's the last one, otherwise 0th. Fancy that in a minute. And the last trick is flipping it to negative based on the change. Okay, this is actually pretty simple. If it's the future, it's -1. So I'll make it negative, and I'll say times call index. That'll either keep it or that will flip it. Great thing about this is that I already have lovely functions down here to let me know if I have broken all this. Power of test-driven development. Oh, it's broken because I haven't added the rest of it. Yeah, so this one is past. The others are future. Could have made this a default value, but I'm fine with this being explicit. There we go. Let's see how much I broke. Well, it's not running. I broke a lot. It's probably that multiplication thing I think I'm doing, but I'm not. Oh, it's explicitly one of the new ones, or not the first one. And exactly 98. Ah, it's the backwards one. Okay, that's actually understandable. So what's happening is it's times 0. Ah, times 0 is going to be 0. So, okay, it's a little gross. Nope. Actual 10, 13, 45, 10. Expected. It's going on the wrong side. Ah, push versus unshift. There we go. Method. So direction is future. You're pushing. Otherwise, you're unshifting. Okay, let's see what's wrong there. 10, 10, 3, 3. Okay, now it's not doing the thing because I think we still need this. Maybe we don't need that. Okay, it's still the pass is the one that's messing up. Let's flip this around. If direction triple equals future, no, equals past, change, multiply, -1. Flip the sign. Be an explicit, rather, a fancy one-liner. And that works exactly. So let's try that again. So times direction equals future 1 or -1. Put that there. Swap it back to a const. There we go. This is going to be change sign. Const change sign. Bingo bango. Drop those parentheses. Nothing to do there. That's perfectly all we're gonna get. Let's put this in a variable. Const row method. Okay, now this, I can one-line this. Hey, Albie, how's it going? Hope Your night has been treating you well thus far. Glad to hear it. Yeah, I'm doing pretty well myself. This one wasn't too challenging, you know. I didn't go as fast as I could. Someone, little test-driven development, but like I saved myself. It was the safe one. Didn't take many risks. Didn't get no crazy times or rewards for it. But I'm happy with it. Just optimizing it up right now. Did you take part in the today's Advent of Code? Now this body of here, I literally copied it too. Ah, okay, yeah. Well, I mean, if you're, into puzzles and you know a little bit of programming, or even if you know a little bit of Excel, or if you only want to go for the first few days, the first few ones are paperable, in theory. Always a fun challenge. Okay, yeah, so got these two functions with nearly identical bodies. So the next optimization is to make it into one function. Yeah, of course. So what Advent of Code is it is a yearly challenge that comes out in December for all 25 days of December. Well, the 25 days of December. Every day at 12 Eastern, wherever that is your time zone, two challenges are released. They're released in two parts, so you get one part of the challenge where it's kind of a word problem. There's a story in here. It's always elves doing something wrong or something like that. You get a little example. They describe how to turn that into the answer. So, example in, example out. And then there's a box here where you submit your answer that you calculate given your unique input. But yeah, so some people like the competition. Some people just do it for a unique challenge, different language of the day, all different ways to enjoy it in your own regard. Some people just make visualizations, which I'm trying to, but December's busy. Hey, doing pretty good, C films. Glad to hear you're doing the same. But yeah, now just gonna make this function, which I have literally duplicated, into one function. I think it's literally the same argument here. Direction. We care about the future or the past. And I pass that direction to here. Direction equals future -1. Otherwise, it's a 0. And boom, now I can place the body of this with a call to that. Yeah, I didn't break it. I'm gonna paste this with the same call, but with past. And I didn't break it. There we go. At least me in particular. I try to, do it more test driven, so that way that's how I know. Add it and break it. Okay, so that's pretty good there. I'm happy with this. Yeah, I'm happy with this. Hey, Example. Yeah, appreciate the hydrate there. Go. Now we get to clean up this little function, which is a bunch of things smushed into a bunch of other things. So we have the row parsing. So basically what we need to do is generate differences. What do we call this? Generate rows. We'll call it something. Generate difference rows. That sounds so much better. That's a good habit there, see films, going to one business or tech meetup a week. Yeah, that's definitely going to be some effective networking and also just good to get outside. That's awesome. I assume that's been a positive experience for you. Otherwise, you probably would have quit a while ago. This is my code. It goes in here. Cost rows equals generate difference rows line. Ta-da, still works. Okay, now this can be a total reduction. So let's get fancy and functional. Deuce A B, well, total whole line. Let's give this good names. And total plus. Of course, initialize it to a 0. A Python meetup in a library. Nice. Yeah, libraries are pretty common meetup places. For smaller groups, for sure, yeah. One place I am happy for my taxes to go. Generate differences, extrapolate new comment. This is a mutative one, which I am okay with. I could do training here. I could literally pass this to this. No, I wouldn't have the. I do have a return though. Oh, I could be really ugly. Watch how ugly I can get with this. This is good code. No, it's not good code. I'm not doing that bad. I want it to be somewhat readable. I'm not going code golf. This is already a little wonky. Returns and mutations. But it suffices. This is happening twice, which is fine. I don't like it, but it's fine. Okay, next row, last row. We have to keep talking to last row. Last row. Yeah, doesn't get any better. We can bring this down to here, though. Rows at -1, the latest row. Right. Meet up for people to work on and collaborate on Python projects. Wow, yeah, that's quite literally a perfect reason to meet up, you know? Yeah. Probably a bunch of interesting little projects there, or possibly ideas for projects, I can imagine. So I could do traversal, slice, smush it all into a single line. This is already a thing to read. Wow, okay. Oh, I want to change this. This is doing math. I want to do an every check or a sum check. So let's flip this out right now. Awesome inspiration for your McFly language. Yeah, if that is the one you're talking about, I do in fact remember it. So logic here is while some of them are non-zero. While some of them are non-zero, keep doing your thing. Is it running? It's running so quick. So fast. This is a lot more efficient because if the first one's non-zero, it will stop this entire iteration. But this will have to go through the entire array every time. For loop time. For at the last row equals rows at -1. Conditional here. Last row equals rows at -1. This one I can just initialize it to 0. I figured it was. Unless you had a new one, but I wouldn't have been surprised if you had a new one come up. Last row is that. Oh, don't worry, it's not null. Said it's not null. Last row, it's right here. What's wrong with you? Oh, missing my curlies. There we go. Do I need that? I do need that. Okay. Yeah, I'm feeling that line's pretty long there. It's good there. Yeah, I am pretty happy with it at this point. Optimize day 9. There we go on the GitHub. McDog, McFly, McCat, McAnimal, McCamel, yeah. You can just add Mick to anything. Now, these 3 conditionals do look weird, but I'm fine. Now, we're not going to visualize 9. We might, but I'd rather do visualize 8. What the visualization for 9 would look like is kind of what they've done here. Oh, that's yesterday's. And we would essentially be breaking out, generating the rows, which would be like a step-by-step process. This minus this turns into this. This minus this turns into this. So yeah, very fun, if not uninspiring process, but at least show that part happening. It's part of the algorithm to show. The next one would be going through this logic step by step, expression wise. So it'll be this equals 3 plus. Alright, look, I've even done it wrong. This is why the visualization would be helpful. Be some way showing these 2 numbers becoming that number over there. A lowercase functionality for your McFly. Yeah, it can be tricky to implement it. Yeah, I mean, considering just the ASCII table or the ASCII characters, be basically looking at character codes or a range of character codes and mapping those to the other range of character codes, like 64 and 95 or whatever. So it's like, oh, you're calling 2 lower on 97. That's between a range that I have a interval mapping for. So I'm gonna map you over. Probably implemented more efficiently in reality, but just off the top of my head, that would be the straightforward way to implement the lowercasing. Okay, yeah, just this one doesn't really help much because it's 0. This one helps a lot better. So 15, and then I do something cool and crazy, because so this might actually not be a terminal visualization if I were to do this, but it'd be like a plus sign shows up between these ones. It looks like an X. Turn your head to the right. Okay, I'll have to add it like a plus sign. Turning your head to the right's not good. And then an equal sign shows up here. Like you see the flow I'm trying to get going here. That would be, I think, useful for visualization. Let's go to the next example. Yeah, do think it would be. Maybe it'd be kind of a thing where first we increase spacing. Everyone gets double space. And then like this number would float up. So it'd be like, ooh, there's a number. Stop using the 0 example. There's a number here, and then boom, the symbols show up, the plus and the equal, and then it's like, because this number doesn't exist yet. We have to be clear. Yes, it would be a 2, and then the 0 just magically shows up from nowhere. And then the 0 moves up, the plus shows up, equal signs up here, and then whoosh, that 2 appears, process repeats. So that would be the visualization, which, now that I've printed it out that way, is very terminable. No, not terminal. It's very doable within a terminal. But I don't think it's as exciting as a graph, which is yesterday's problem, which is what we'll be visualizing. So, lots of things to visualize graphs. We could even do it in the terminal. I'm not doing it in the terminal. But first we need to, little refresher. What the heck is day 8? Day 8 is making this network of labeled nodes, aka a graph. The trick is that you have a node label, then you have 2 nodes that it can go to, one left, one right, and you have directions, right, left, being what direction you're supposed to take at your current location. So you always start at A, that's one of the stipulations, and for the first instance you will go right, so you'll go to C. Then once you're at C, you'll go left, so you'll be at Z. At that point, you'll be at the end of the simulation. You'll reach the end. But the trick is, when you have, there's a chance that, what if you haven't reached Z by the end of your instructions, you go through them again. So A left is B left is A right is B. Uh-oh, we're out of instructions. Go back to the beginning. Go back to L. B left is A, B left is that, and finally B right is Z. So there are ways it repeats. Part 2 is the more complicated one, where you have more starts, more ends, and you can only finish when all of the network packets, players, entities, whatever you want to call these, are on ending nodes, which are nodes that end with the letter Z. Spoiler alert, it was least common multiplier magic, because the cycles are in circles. Yeah, see films using the existing lower to implement your lower. It's definitely a way to do it. Should be the most straightforward way to do it. As for visualizing this, we're gonna go with Viz.js, unless there are suggestions for other network or graph visualization libraries out there. I like this one because I found it in the VS Code debugger extension. It's a debug visualizer extension not made by VS Code that exists in VS Code. They use this for network visualizations, like visualizing nodes and stuff. So let's get ourselves a teeny weeny little front end project going. I'm gonna want to use TypeScript because it's gonna get a little crazy. Ooh, Chart.js. I did not know they did Char.js. Did not know they did networking or nodes, or I think it's literally called networking and graphing ecosystem. Oh, look at that. That might not be right. Chart types. Show docs. Give docs. I have used Chart.js in the past. Docs. See the system? No. Okay, get started. Docs. Give me your documentation. But I'm sorry. There we go. Chart types. Scatter chart. I would not be able to use that. Or that. Or that. Multiple. Nah. Bubble chart? No, it's still XY positionals. Yeah, so I mean, this is cool. Do they have plugins for different stuff? No, I'm not seeing it. Ooh, there it is. Chart.js graph-like charts. Yeah. Let's see how old this is. 2 months ago. Wow, look at that. It's maintained. Ah, this is what I want. Huh. Okay, so I don't want the tree. I don't want the tree. I want that. Works with data labels or drag data. Sure. Other stuff you care about. None of that stuff. Code pens. Yeah, let's look at them. Data edges. Okay, all good. Computes based on a force simulation. I'd probably like to use that. Is Viz.js better than Chart.js? Well, Viz.js, I only know it for the one thing, but in my limited experience, I've had positive workings with it. I have no idea about these other functionalities. Like some things literally don't exist in Chart.js. Like I would trust this network if I was going production rather than the Chart.js plugin one based on just core support. So I believe this is going to be a lot more supported than a yeah, than a community supported plugin. So more long-term support, but that doesn't mean it's not good enough to try. Just gotta make sure these examples are functional. That's a bad sign. A bad sign. And another bad sign. I also know Viz.js animates okay. Because I've done it with a thing that used it before, so that's the only thing I know. Examples. Oh, there we go. Okay. I gotta turn off light mode or dark mode. Apologies, folks. I turned it off. Why is it? Okay, that's working now. Oh, labels, hovers. I like it. No dragging. I'd like it dragging, but I can live without it. Fancy. Okay, you get 2 examples. And then simulation force. Can I not move them? Labeled. Directed tree orientations. Fully linked. Yeah. Okay, let's give me some examples then. Data sets, nodes, links, miserable. Okay, I don't need. Oh, this is off of D3 Force. Okay, so looking into the big boys. Drop that. Okay, now it's on to ease of installability. So honestly, it's a coin flip for me. But how easy is it to install both of these? Guess we'll try for this one first. Do we have types? We have types. Okay, so I'm liking that. I will give this one a shot. Still gotta get V going. because it's a front end project that is cool. Yeah, that's cool. C films. Yeah, I mean, Chart.js has a lot more commonly used charts, so it's not surprising more people have used it than Viz.js. Do, 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 do. And let's see, 2023. 12, 08. That's a great name. Let's see. Yeah, we're not gonna do weird stuff. We're gonna keep it vanilla, but with TypeScript. Might need to repoint VS Code at this, but I think we'll be fine. Bada boom, bada bing. We got code. Okay, now let's install the things and get our examples cooking. Bada boom. Look for that. Give me example usage. Example usage. I have to go back to chart. Basic. I'll take the basic one. Well, here's the thing about Viz.js. As cool as it is for like visualizing some stuff, as you can kind of see, it doesn't have like certain visualization types. Like, I guess it does. I don't know. Chart.js is probably a little bit more developer or something friendly. I went toward Viz.js because it's what I knew. Yeah, I mean, you can do bars and lines and stuff, but as you can see, it's just a little less polished from a documentation standpoint and stuff. I don't know. It's one of those things where you kind of gotta try it out for yourself. See films, you know. Yeah, see what you want something to do, what you want a tool to do, and evaluate, compare and contrast. See if it does what you like. This does do 3D stuff, which, I don't think Chart.js does 3D at all. So if you wanted that, okay, here's my example. Config. Da 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 da. Yeah, replace this weird counter thing with cool config magic. Force direction graph not valid type. Do I have to import you from the other? Okay, you're here, which means types do exist for you. Do I have to install types for you? Chart configuration, chart type. Oh, is there something I need to do to get you working? Chart type registry. I have to register it or something then, right? How does that work again? Read me. Yeah, keep about where's. Yeah, okay, I think I need a physical code pen to see how they do the register or whatever. It's gonna be in JavaScript, not TypeScript, so that's great. Okay, at the very minimum, I can steal this. New chart, blah, blah, blah. I'll just take it off. Yep, there's a real canvas. Don't. Oh, I have an element right here. Awesome. I'll just take that, attach that. I don't have data. I don't have labels. Should have went for a different example. Here's a good data. Hard-coded data. We like that data. Bingo. Okay. HTML canvas element. New chart. Pull that in TypeScript. Bingo. Okay, let's try to pull something from. What is it? There you go. Chart.js chart graph. Why is it turning blue? Hang in there, GPU. You can survive. Okay, great. What things can we import from you? I need things. Gross. I don't need all that. I don't need 15 interfaces. I guess this is okay. This is enough. Don't worry, it's there. Okay, what am I supposed to pass to you? The heck example did I copy from? Um, this is a chart.js chart. Yes, it is. We have an item, a chart item. Tarnation. It's been a while since I worked with either of these, in case it wasn't obvious. Oh, you passed the canvas element, not. Well, you can also pass the 2D context. Does this not return a 2D context? Null is not assignable. But it's not null. It's a 2D context. Oh, it's nullable. Is that the complaint? Because of explosions? There we go. Now why are you angry? Force directed to have not signable to the registry. I gotta get this thing registered. Gotta get this thing registered. Delete file, weird junk. And the specified properties and legend do not exist. And because because this type's not registered. Okay, how do I chart.js plugins register? There's a call up there. And I'm supposed to do the thing, or I could just pass the thing of plugins. Hmm. Okay, let's figure this out. Chart.js TypeScript, because that's what I'm actually doing. Custom plugin, chart.js. There we go. Okay. Have an example. Import chart plugin, plugins. Brave. That. What was that useful for? Do. So look at that example. Don't blind me. Context. Okay, it's pulling from there. Ah. Do I declare an interface? Module arguments. Okay, it's a lot of stuff. I want to have it. Okay, why did that? There's gotta be instructions here. And I did not mean to open a new tab. Or a new window, rather. On how to get this registered. You think? It's gotta be samples. Let's look at it ourselves. It's. Again, not TypeScript, so Wild West. Functionality. That's cool. New chart type. Okay, so yeah, they're not doing registering at all. They're just relying on load order, which is cool. Let me look at your types. UMDTS. Export everything from self. Cool. Elements, controllers. Going in here. I feel like controllers is the right place. Export all the things. Gotta be the graph controller. Export. Okay, so we are exporting everything into the sun. Okay, somewhere exists this string. That's what I'm looking for. This exact string. Yeah, force direct. I didn't mean to click that. Oh, go back. Go back. Okay, so it does add the whole thing to the registry. That's cool. Okay, so it's all hooked up and configured, and everyone's happy. Hmm. Only the hard-coded ones. Not cool. So rather I go out here extending chart.js. Gotta be a way to do this. Missing types. Yeah, that's not wrong. I'm missing types. Oh, did I not install? Ah, that's on me. Just assuming they're in there. But they're not. Oh, come on, keyboard. Give it to me. That's not what I searched. Get in there. There it is. Okay. Where do you source your types from? Okay, that means they're built in. And that also means they're built in. Huh. Is there a different chart I could be grabbing in? Did I just straight up hit that chart? Oh, I just hit that chart instead. Don't use the base chart. Use that chart. Cool. Figured that out all on my own. Legend. Okay, why are you angry? I literally just stole this example from someone. You know what? We don't need that. I just want to get something running. Why did you stop working just now? You can't pass type. Oh. Sure. Okay, great. Now setup counter needs to be updated. Well, our usage needs to be updated. Because now we need a canvas. Canvas. Bingo bango. Yeah, we can actually, do some stuff in our HTML. We don't need to do that. Or that, or that. Well, yeah, we don't need logos. We're fine without logos. We don't need styles, so I'm gonna rip a lot of stuff out of here. We'll keep the public folder. Need that, don't need that. I can bring my own styles. Okay, you know what? I will want that here for the hot reloading. Because put it in the public, it's not going to reload until you do refreshes, so I will not turn away hot reloading. Okay. Now we're just going to leave all that junk there. Nope, get rid of that favicon. And we should see something happening once I'm running the server again. Look, it's a chart. It's a very thin line. Okay, so we're gonna set some resolutions for our friend here. Body HTML with. Oh yeah, thanks, Copilot. We woke up. There we go. That's okay. We'll do it for the canvas too. Sure. Chart.js. Okay, let's figure this out again. Fill entire container. That's what we want you to do. Or responsive charts. There's a whole page on it. Probably what I want to do. There we go. Responsive true. Aspect ratio false. Or probably is that in options? Nope, that's just straight up on there. Responsive does not exist. Maintain aspect. Okay, what is your freaking type? What am I allowed to do here, buddy old pal? So your chart configuration, you just submit the type. Text as data label. Okay, don't be weird. Chart configuration. Type options. There, my option. No? Yeah, it's this without the type. Okay, so this is all I can do. It's inside options, I bet. Core chart plugin. Yeah, I'm definitely seeing this inside options thing. Boom. There we go. That's what you get for reading old Stack Overflows. Okay, let's hit that with a refresh. Boom, it looks good. 618, 697. That is my resolution. Okay, now let's see. What the heck are we visualizing? I see 3 dots, and then they do a go away. What are we visualizing? And where does it go? Where do my dots go? Hmm. Okay, let's do a style check. Background is black. Through there. Nope. Okay, a little bit more on this. And then I'll go back to Viz.js because I'm confident I can get that to work. Just give me an example. Works great with those 2 things. I don't want those 2 things. Hmm. I'm not liking it. And poof. Wait. Yep, there it went. Okay, let's not do any styling. Let's not do any responsiveness. Let's just do it a vanilla. Just show me a graph. There it is. That sucks. Absolutely sucks. Going to Viz.js. It was a good attempt. Goodbye, you. No, that's not what I hit. Goodbye, goodbye. Goodbye. And goodbye. Okay, Viz.js, let's get this one going. Look, it's an example. Yoink, 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 yoink. Now I'll get the types in a moment. What do I point at? I point at a container. Container is just a yield div. So HTML div element container div. Congratulations. Oh, I already have container. Go away. Back to the main. We'll just call it the main, actually. Yeah, target main. Yeah, it's just a div for all things concerned, is it? HTML element, right? They didn't give it its own type. Not any embed. There we go. See if TypeScript wants to wake up. Sure. Okay, it's happy with it. No overload for this call. Why not? I can't make a data set out of this stuff. Okay, who did I import? Viz network declarations. Is there another NPM library though for Viz.js? Or is each one split on their own? Right, each one's independent. So I thought. Da 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 da. Where's my CSS? There it is. Main style up. Oh, bring that back. No overlord match. Nah, don't paste. Okay. From to has no options of data set, no options. ID. Oh, they're missing their IDs. Why don't you have IDs? Weird. It is weird they don't have IDs, but weird TypeScript's being that way. Let's see if this works. Oh no. Oh no. I did install it, I swear. Okay, we need a better import. Please be good. Please be good. Ooh, okay. TypeScript just got really ambitious, it seems. And I already had it on a tab, but we open a new tab and it's not working. Ambiguous indirect export default line 1. Yes, this import's not good. Data set and network. I'm fine with that. Never broke my heart. An ambiguous indirect export data set. Import from legacy, export Viz as default. Okay, so how am I supposed to import you? Ah, / standalone. Okay, sure. Body container is null. Okay, that might be on me. I didn't update my HTML. That's on me. boom, bada bing. Hey, look at that! It's a chart. Yep, it's a chart. This is why I like Viz.js. It's got these nice. It does the thing, basically. Okay, so with that, we have nodes. It's time to visualize our stuff. Yeah, I'll just live in counter.js. I don't care, really. This is not optimization time. This is get things working time. So we have three lovely charts. We're going to visualize all of them at some point. But for now, chart data, an array of these cute little strings. One chart data. Two chart data. And my practice go, and three chart data. We are purposely not including the big input. That always hurts the computer. We be friendly to computer. Computer's friend, not food. Cost chart data. And I'll just say that is charts data. That'll be charts data. Well, we're gonna pick. Which one we want to visualize first? That one seems like that is the first example and is the interesting one, so we'll go with that one. So we're just gonna make a cool function, or we can steal a function because we have lots of functions here. There we go, the one that generates a graph. So this isn't gonna do what we actually want anymore. Generate data graph. This does still need to be passed with this logic here. So const data graph equals generate data graph, pass data, which is chart data. You love it. We need to convert this into nodes and edges. And edges need IDs because they're cool like that. That it's the year 2023. Do that. We don't need that. And you know what? We don't really need that either. We don't really need that either. Look at all the stuff we don't need. Right now, at least. We don't need vars also. Year 2023. Can I add, like, what is this weird structure they've given us? Great. It's just a cool wrapper for stuff. Okay, so what I need to do is I need to go through all the nodes, add all the nodes. They have unique IDs, they have labels. That part's easy. Then for each node, for all of its children, I need to add edges from itself to the other one. ID being something, something, something. Label being left and right. Okay, so let's break that down again. Create nodes. You know what, I kind of, it's in my head. No, it's fine. Let's do this. For const node of data graph dot values nodes dot push. Whoa, add, I forgot. It's a weird thing. ID node dot, hold on, give me value, read me any data graph map of any what. You're not, no you're not. Where'd my inference go? You stopped inferring stuff? How dare you? What is this? I guess you're a data node. Oh no, I can throw on the return type. Inference will work on there. Here we go. Then L is another node. Ooh, this is recursive. What do you call it? Recursive type. So we gotta do this. There we go. That's a lot happier. Your ID is your label. Was there anything else nodes needed that I got rid of before I fully migrated it across? They need a label, which is already here, so that's cool. And ID is their node label, and their label is node label. Awesome. So let's get the edges in the equation so that can be cool. Not there. From and to. Let's do this. Oh, you're not generic, are you? I'll figure that out in a moment. Who cares about that? Well, both of them, you always have lefts and rights. So, edges dot add ID. Here comes our thing. Something else. Where my dollar signs go. So it's gonna be original, new one. Well, direction. This is gonna be left. And then destination from. This is going to be ourself to node.left.id. Well, it's not left, it's L. And it's not ID, it's label. Yeah, we're restructuring a lot of this soon, don't worry. Okay, what's up with this generic? Initial props, ID prop. What's up? What is this? What is this? Oh, here it is. This is what I did. Data item. Awesome. Extends part item ID prop. Sure, what's a prop item? Partial record ID prop opt ID. The heck? Oh, I don't think that was. Yeah, I don't understand this particular. I've walked myself into here. That part item. Just an ID prop. X and ID prop. Just be in the same place. Why would you do that? Oh, it's defined on the further line. Oh, it's just the property with the ID. Okay. So I can just say, you'd be cool with that. Those strings don't have to count with ID prop, ID string. Don't worry, you get both. Okay, I'll just define all the things here. That's kind of gross. There's a node type though, right? Not that node. That node. Hey, okay. I was looking for that. Alright, what's a viz edge? That does no, that's not right. Beautiful ID. So that is who I am, left where I'm going. I'm a node label. I'm going to node.l.label. Same for the right. So L, it's R, which, okay, this is getting real gross. Label L R. Yep, forget the node dot syntax. Boom. That's already better. Somewhat better. Okay, that's nice. We have nodes and we have edges, which means we should have visualizations. Identified D. D to the left, D already exists. Okay. Oh, right. Duh. Hey, look, we got our visualization. It's alive. So yeah, this is A, and then one of those are left and one of these are right. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Oh, I just closed the window. Bring back window, please. Bring back window. Okay, we don't get the window back. It's fine. Where is... Oh, let me get the thing in a moment. Do, do, do. Mm. Sorry, brain got lost on that one. Ooh, think. Okay, back on track. Oh, look, it did restore. That's a nice. Okay, I'm also gonna want to save my eyeballs. No, no, no. It's a little bit strong though. Let's crank it up a little brighter. I'm not higher than 20 though. Maybe 15. Yeah, I'm feeling the 15. Like that. I'm actually feeling 10. Is this thing working? Okay, it is working. Yeah, I'm feeling 10. Okay, so what we need to do now, we need labels on these because I can't tell which is left and right. That is sad. So we need to label our... Hit the wrong thing. These. So label left. Crazy, crazy idea. I know. See if that works. Hey, it does. The font's a little because I chose colors, but that's okay. We'll live through it. I need arrows. Do we have arrows here? Arrows. This is an object? Wait, well, what's arrows? It's a string or it's a to middle from. Booleans. Okay, so yeah, arrow to true. Yeah, expect the arrow to be on the target side. Right? Hey, look at that. We have arrows. Okay, they're a little wobbly. Don't know why it's wobbly. Come on, physics. But yeah, so we start at A. We got a left and a right. Lefts and rights. Lefts and right. Okay, they're all looking good. Let's look at another graph. We got 3 of them loaded up. Look at graph number 1. It's a squirrely little one. Okay, there we go. See, I like the trackability. So from A, you can go the right's on the left. The right's on the left. How do I get... There we go. I inverted. Okay, so the A can go the right to B, and then the B can go right to Z. Okay, I'm never gonna win with this. Or left back to A. Nice. Okay, third visualization. Oh yeah, this is the part 2. That's 2 loops in it. We can see both of the loops. They're not the same. This is quite informative because all of our start positions, 22A and 11A, so you can never actually leave this loop. Nice, but 22A, well, you get to join whichever one you want, and then once you're there, you're stuck. You got 1Z available and 1Z available. And yeah, if you go this way, now you actually can't go that way. You have to, once you hit the X, you're trapped. What is the purpose of the X's? Because we have Z's, which are useful, but X's have no purpose. It's like a dump. Oh, is X supposed to represent null or a non-existent this entire time, and I never read it? X. No, actually, they don't say anything about X representing null. But it feels like X represents null, how many people are pointing to it. Anyone else points to X in any other charts about my input? No, it's just that one particular visualization. This is weird. I don't like it, but it is an actual node. If it didn't exist, though, drop all that off. It'd basically just be these three, and this one that starts it, and then those two. And this one would basically turn to this loop, and this loop turns into this loop. So a loop of 2 and a loop of 3, which are the two multiples, which LCM of 2 and 3 did turn into 6. So yeah, I don't believe X is a real node, but we're given data, so we're going to look at it. I'm actually crazy enough. I want to see what the real thing looks like. I can make this file real big. That's acceptable. Because I'm about to offload it to another file called like data.ts. Boom. Data.ts. Fold. Oh god, I forgot. Okay, back down. We zooming. Now we'll leave the number here. I'm just gonna export this up at the tippy top. Oh yeah, it's the default. Import charts from data. Yeah, this should still work. It does. Time to upgrade you to number 3. Okay, computer's already saying please disable improved layout. Okay, it's like, hey, I can't do that for you, buddy old pal. Is there any options? Improved layout. Okay, Viz.js. But I have that Firefox there. Yeah, I think I hit the limit. So probably should have looked into this. Is why I never really consider the input for the full. Like I know it's gonna be bad. There we go. Improved layout. So TypeScript don't see it, but it's a real thing. You're not blocking because of that type, are you? Oh, this tab is dying? This tab is dying. Try it again. It's a few too many, I think. Let's go back to something we like. Go away. There we go, and let's go to one that we actually like. I like this one. There we go. No, actually, let's go for the big one. No, actually, we can't visualize that one first. We have to start with this one. So yeah, we have this working here. The goal, the minimal goal here, we're going to highlight where we currently are, and somewhere up here, we're going to have our little instructions of right and lefts, and a little arrow pointing to where we are. It's just going to hopscotch along until it zooms back over. And we're going to take those directions. Viz.js. Do we use another node? This is where things start getting actual processing here of animations, which is always the fun parts. Nope. Okay, so yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a little node saying current position or a little icon or something. It's going to be hooked up to wherever you currently are. And the edge is going to change point to the next thing, which should drag the node along. I just need to actually implement the solving. Nope, not 9. We're in 8. Too many parse choices. I need that function. Here's our actual movement logic. Wait, what? Oh yeah, because both of them, LCM of the one is itself or whatever. Right. So we want the start one, and then the rest of this. So there's only one here, but we might as well, be extensive. Const players. No, I'm not gonna like that. We're gonna hard code it first. Be bad, then we'll be fancy later. MVP. So let's this logic here, basically. Boop, boop. Now we do need those. Cost regex equals a and regex equals using C. That'd be useful for visualizations actually. Let current equals. I want the real node or the data node. I think I'll need the real node, so this will be nodes dot find I get look. What methods do I have? Okay, I guess I'm going to be doing a get. Oh, there's like 5 different ways you can use this. Get all the items, get one items, get multiple items, get. Okay, so if I pass you an ID, you'll just get the one. So the ID of AAA. There we go. We have current. It's not null. Node. No, it's current. Now I have to find all the edges for you. So yeah, break that. Right, so what we need to do is while current, I do need to pull this label out. Is it data What can I do with current? You do have a label. Oh, label's optional though. Don't worry, it's not optional. Left edge equals edges. I have to go through all the edges and basically find them. Edges get. What ways can I get? That's all of them. Data interface. ID. Ah, IDs. Great. Pass. Wait, pass multiple? So an array of IDs, right? It's from myself to literally anywhere else. I don't have that information. Also, I should have a return in here. Prevent infinite. Save on the back. Okay. Get edge of left and right. Can a node point at him? We'll find out. Get node of left or right. Highlight. You also need a player node. Const self node. Label node. Meta node. Marker node. Marker node, that's what we're going to call it. Go. Const marker equals node. And that's technical type, so it's just a thing with an ID. Marker label. Let's say Unicode chess piece, because that's, you know, like the current person. I want the rook. Or I want this one, actually. Yeah, the rook. Give me the rook. I got it. Beautiful. That's who you currently are. Marker edge equals ID. Marker edge from to to AAA. That's where you start at. Yes, all this is, you know, initial stuff. So let's get that in there. Great. So that is in the equation. I want you to have another color, but I'm not there yet. Regex and regex. So that's hard coded there easily. Current label. Get all the edges that are connected to node. It's gotta be a way to do that. There we go, edge IDs from a cluster. And it's not really what I'm looking for. Get nodes and cluster. Get connected edges. Hey, okay, so this thing's got stuff I can do on it. There we go. Get connected edges. And what do I pass you? The ID of a node. Easy. Current ID. So, cost edges. I do have to go for the next choice. Cost choice equals L. Left or right edges. So cost next edge equals edges dot find edge ID starts. Edges don't have IDs. ID type. It's an ID type. Hex an array of ID types. It's a string or a number. It's giving me the edge IDs. Gotcha. So EID starts with, and this is part of the ID thing, and then direction I want to go, choice. Boom. So this is myself and the direction I want to go. Oh, EID is possibly a number, right? Is that what the complaint is? Okay, don't worry about that. The string. So next edge is there, const next node equals, no, next edge ID. Const next edge equals edges.get next edge ID. Not length, get please. Const next node equals next node ID equals network. Actually, I can do it straight from here. Nodes.get. And I have it in next edge ID split by this. Choose 0, 1, 2. That's the target one. Why do we have all this going on here? Because it's optional. Now it's guaranteed. Next edge ID, next node ID, ID type. Great. Don't worry, it's a string. Okay, I don't think I need that. Don't think I need that. Now this, where we're doing the animations. And yeah, async, so we need to do that. Give me my delay function. Classic delay function. Promisify our set timeout basically. Like so. All we need to do is when we have the edge ID and we have the node ID, we point our marker to the edge, then we point to the node. So we point delay. It's 250. That's the num locks off. 250 marker edge dot 2 equals next edge ID. Another delay. 2 next node ID. 2. Don't worry, it's a string. It's real. Oh, that's next node ID. I didn't actually need to do the node getting and string parsing at this point. Okay, I had a feeling things aren't going to work, but we got to start somewhere. Well, there's my little chess piece, not moving. So I'm modifying what I've added. I think there's additional metadata to it. It's not causing the update, or I have to say network update. Update edge. Draw. Redraw. There we go. That's what needed to happen. Is this thing doing anything? There's also a return setting here. Make sure it's not doing nothing. Well, it's not doing nothing. See if that's working. Hello again, Z Films. So it is updating. Update Edge 2. Let's see what's about there. Oh, it's dot update. Is there network dot update? What the heck is this? Update clustered node. Interesting. I guess I'll call that. And creator not containing the original. Oh, that's right. I'm modifying. I have to access the network versions of these. Yeah, I think this is what needs to happen. Edit edge, get edge, select, update edge. Interesting. That's a great idea. See films, yeah. Always polish it up, or at least look at it over again when you're showing to a new group of people or a new individual. This is what I need to do. I don't know. No. No new options passed. Maybe I need to be updating the edge instead. The marker ain't actually doing nothing. Yeah, marker boring. Yeah, update edge. Which edge and what their options. So it's marker edge ID and marker edge. Well, that's not working. Okay, what are edge options then? A whole bunch of stuff. Cool. We love it. We love it. We love it. Two. There you have no options to update. Huh. It's gotta be a way to do this. Change edge connections. There we go. What? I can't do what I'm asking for? Okay, do I delete and recreate an edge? Is that what's up? Okay, that's gotta be the idea then. Okay. No, not the network. Edge. I need to get an edge and say goodbye to it. Delete selected. Do I have to select? Okay, so I have to select the edges. Marker edge. Delete selected. Add edge. I don't want to go into the mode. Do I just keep resetting the data? Maybe that's the option. Ah. Okay, let's not do that. We'll try set data. Still need those two lines. Yeah, those variables exist. Don't worry. Okay, so I'm just gonna make the data, which is these. Right here. Be helpful if I called it data. Okay, this should do the trick. Nodes, edges, they're all in there. And that should reference accordingly. Oh no. It's a hippity hoppity. No. Yeah. Yeah, it's great to hear you're working on your search there, Seafoams. I imagine it searches basically everything at this point. Not much left, I can imagine there is to have. So this thing's also going in an infinite loop. But that's fine, I guess. Let's hit those 500 delays. It's not always connected for some reason. Interesting. Weird stuff. I mean, yeah, it's data visualization. That's always an infinite rabbit hole to fall down in. And it's getting tougher in VizJS than I thought. I didn't want to use colors, but I think I'm just gonna have to bow out and use colors at this point. Because this ain't working. And it's time to make pretty colors. Hopefully this at least works. Get a node, not position. The heck? I can do get edge? No, okay, sorry, it's edges. Nodes, get next. Well, let's do the edges first. Get my favorite AI chat tool. I'm very boring. I just use Chat GPT, except when I use Copilot sometimes, but never really gotten to the rest of them because I don't use it enough, I suppose. Google, it works. dot, dot color. I broke that. Just get color equals red. And then this one is going to be nodes. Next node ID, color equals red. Let's see if that works. Why you? Do I have to call the redraw? Try the redraw. Ah. I mean, yeah, my favorites are generally, what you're most used to. My favorite food's not caviar. I don't have caviar. Stuff like that. So, yeah, favorites overlap with familiarity a lot. How do I update this? Update. What's this supposed to do? Read. Okay, that's not where I went. Go back up. It will be created. Sure. Okay, I'll use the update method. Let's see if that works. Oh, that does work. Okay, we figured it out. Whew. That's zooming a little fast for my taste. But then once we go there, we want to uncolor this. Do I need the redraws? I do not. Awesome. Let's uncolor this back to aqua. Is that the color we're all using? Okay, it's not actually aqua. Unset the color. The hit undefined or an empty string. Empty, nope. Undefined, we'll have to do it. I might even have to go to null. Nope, it's gotta be null. There we go, null it is. Okay, so this works. Now what I need to do, first I need to set the initial one to find nodes get AAA. Yeah, let's go ahead and update that. Now, nodes update ID AAA color red. There we go. Just set that initial one up. Don't know why all those are getting colored. Oh, they're descending. They're doing inheritance. I understand. Okay, every edge you get your own color. Congratulations. We are going aqua, it turned out. There you go, that prevents the inheritance from mucking it up. There we go, and all I gotta do is once I get here, set current to the thing. Oh, that's why this thing's never updating. My current is never getting updated. Current equals nodes that get next node ID. Okay, see if that traversal looks good. Okay, I just have to go and uncolor the previous one. Current dot, well, nodes dot update ID, current ID, color, aqua. See if that works. Okay, we can update that previous one a little quicker. Update the edge, update the node. There we go. Liking that. We can actually go even further. I've borrowed more than ChatGPT. Yeah, it's come up a few times. Never jumped into it really. Yeah, I mean, GPT at least has the same hallucination warnings too, because they all do it. Still seeing the double color. I don't like that. So when I'm updating the node, I want to clear the edge back to aqua. Let's bring that over here. Okay, yeah, I'm liking this actually. Let's clear a lot of this junk out. A lot of living states back and forth. There's a double delay. Liking that. Okay, this is on board. Oh, let's set the node color back to null or empty string. There we go. Okay. It's time to crank it up to another chart. Look at her go. Okay, and number 2. Oh, this is the weird one. Yeah, we don't exist. It's not triple A, it's... Well, you have to find it myself, so... Let's start node ID equals nodes dot get find node ID. So let's start regex test node dot ID to string dot ID. Boom, start node ID. It's like so. Set that, set that. Should be good. All I gotta do now is set this to dot dot or $, a $, and that should work for 2. Look at her run. And boom, that's her infinite loop. Oh yeah, I'm not at the end because I haven't reached Z $. Boom, reached the end. Okay, now I gotta get this. Okay, Viz.js. I have to know how much I'm trying to render to see if I can even render it. So how much am I trying to render here? Or explodo do computo. 8 and 16. Oh, I haven't cranked it up. Now let's see how much I'm trying to render. Okay. It's gotta be possible. A lot of things should be accomplishable. Tweaking the physics. Cytoscape. Ah. Thought about using Cytoscape, but I'm here now. Okay, cool. Nodes, shape, interpolation. Awesome. See if this is a magic word that's going to fix all my problems. Where's the options? There's the options. Do not interpolate shapes. Sounds logical. That didn't work. Layout, improve layout, false inside options. Another attempt. Okay, I need to put that return back in there. Survive, come on. Okay, we made it back in now. Physics stabilization's off. Sure, I only need it to run once. It's another object. You're still trying to run something. Okay, you're not. I was worried. Goodbye to our return. Did I mean stabilization? Sure. Moment of lag. Let's also hit a return up here because it updating. Hey, we got something. Awesome. This is very informative. I'm learning so much. Yeah, that's a lot. My only hope for visualizing the entire thing would be visualizing a subset. So that is, given your current node in any direction, go out 5 nodes at max. Because this is not possible. Cytoscape might be able to do it, but for this particular problem, I'm not willing to rewrite it in Cytoscape. I mean, actually, this is how I'm going to call it for the night. I never said finish the visualization, but we have it doing mostly what we want. Yeah, all that I want to add in remainder. That's what that does, just auto sets it to front. I kind of like the woo 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 spawn. Okay, which one is this? Civilization false? Okay, so that basically means it just spawn stabilize. I like being improved layout. And you know what? I like interpolation, yeah. So I just like the spawning in wooble wooble wooble. So yeah, I like this. What we're gonna do is move that around. Visualize the examples. We already kind of have that working. We need to update this top, update somewhere to have our current thing. By thing, I mean our current direction that we're going to take. So having that being current, one thing, supporting multiple cycles is the next. So it'll mainly be useful for visualizing this particular one. The other ones will be using math to fast forward, which I am not doing. And that will be it. I'm not holding out for being able to fully visualize the last one. So yeah, should be able to, depending on the difficulty of tomorrow's problem, finish visualization up then. So with that, I will say good night. Toodaloo.